Good morning and thanks for choosing Fox 10 News on this Sunday morning. Today is April 11th. I am Gianni Navarro. Well, yesterday was quite active, Matt. We got the hail, we got rain, we got it all. So today, hopefully, that's going to be behind us, and we have some sunshine today, hopefully.
Yeah, it's going to be behind us here today, and we're going to have an absolutely gorgeous day coming up for your Sunday. First, I wanted to show you the storm reports because, well, you can see it. We got the hail. There's a couple of spots like Lucedale and Molina where we saw some reports, but most everyone right down there from Lillian back to Gulf Shores, back to Orange Beach, a whole bunch of reports. We had that one storm that had a whole bunch of hail and large hail. We'll show you some of that damage here in a moment. Tennis ball sized hail, very unusual, especially close to the coast there. The good news is that's done. It's gone. It's long gone for us. It's still storming over in Panama City. Look at that. They're getting some pretty heavy rain, some thunderstorms right now, but this is staying south of us and it's mostly pushing to the east. The miles are trying to maybe sneak up a little bit of rain right along our coastline, but for the most part, it's going to stay east of us because we have this front pushing on in. That'll continue to push it away throughout the day. So there's the future cast. There goes the last of that. We go completely clear and sunny through the whole day. Absolutely gorgeous weather, pleasant temperatures, low humidity. Doesn't that all sound good? It will be. It's going to be like basically about a perfect springtime day around here. Right now, 63 in Mobile, 60 in Brewton, 68 in Orange Beach, 61 in Calvert. Here is your planner as we go through the day. Look at all the sunshine. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The winds out of the north to northwest here throughout the day. See those temperatures warming up. They will get up to around 80, so it does get pretty warm today. But the good news is the humidity will be low, so it'll feel very comfortable, especially if you're in the shade. So today, sunny and warm. That is the top headline. That's a great top headline to have. This evening, clear and pleasant, so right on into the nighttime tonight. Great weather here for your Sunday. As we go through this upcoming week, it's springtime. Some rain and storms are going to return. We'll talk about if there's any threats from that and what we could be facing as we go through the middle part of the upcoming week. Details on that coming up in a few.
Matt, thank you. Well, those severe storms causing serious damage from those huge hailstones, causing a big headache for car owners across Alabama's Gulf Coast. A lot of people now spending their weekend on the phone with insurance companies. Already, more than 500 auto claims reported to State Farm from last night's destruction. This single storm leading to now more than hail claims filed than during all of 2020 across the state. Pilsick with State Farm telling us that a lot of the damage is so significant they believe some of the cars might be totaled.
At the start of severe weather season, we see a lot of hail every year. So if you didn't have damage from this storm, there might be another one someday in the near future.
Chris Pilsick says pictures and videos like these can help drivers file a claim. You'll want to hang on to any pictures of the hail too, urging anyone affected to get in touch with your insurance company as soon as possible. And as you can see, Baldwin County's coastline pounded with wind, rain, and damaging hail. The brunt of the storms moving through overnight hours while folks were asleep. Many visitors waking up to relentless pounding of giant hailstones outside. Now, daylight brought with it more severe weather warnings and blinding sheets of rain along Baldwin County beaches. Gale force winds made for hazardous driving, but there was some relief in the fact that with the light, folks would soon be able to see what damage earlier storms left behind. But most would not like what they would find. The hail coming from massive thunderstorms. The pounding was short-lived, but long enough to do significant damage. Some of the stones larger than baseballs smashed through windshields and sunroofs, opening cars up for water to come in and add salt to the wound. Even those used to severe weather, the Midwest is known for, were shocked at what Mother Nature had thrown at them.
So loud, and it was baseball size. It was just huge, and there was so much of it.
We have a lot of severe storms in Indiana, but I have not seen hail this size before. It was remarkable. It had to be remarkable to do this much damage. It was the loudest I've ever heard hail hit a building in my life.
Well, the damage is done, and now it's just dealing with the aftermath, finding rental cars, finding repair shops, and everybody needing to get somewhere. Well, this video coming in from Bubba, Bullington, and Foley, you can see the heavy rain and wind battering the Gulf Coast. If you haven't already, now would be a great time to download the free Fox 10 News app. That way you can stay up to date on all the breaking news and weather alerts with our push notifications. To download it, just search for Fox 10 News in the App Store. And right now, a man is dead after a shooting in Mobile. Investigators responding to the 200 block of North Ann Street just after 9:15 yesterday evening. That's where they say they found 40-year-old DeJuan Donaldson dead with multiple gunshot wounds. Police say the investigation is ongoing, and if you have any information, to give them a call. Shooting north of Ocean Springs Friday night, police responding to a call around 10:30 at a home in the Virginia City community. Investigators say when they arrived, 29-year-old Joseph Aaron Posey was lying dead on the front porch. One sheriff saying the shooting appears to be domestic related and that no charges have been filed. And federal health officials are concerned about a possible fourth surge as the prevalence of coronavirus variants continues to rise. In the meantime, states will begin to see a large drop in Johnson & Johnson vaccine deliveries next week. Fox News correspondent Jonathan Sari has more from New York.
The U.S. vaccine distribution program has hit a snag. Next week's delivery of the Johnson & Johnson coronavirus vaccine is expected to fall by more than 85%. This comes after the company had to discard 15 million doses last month after a contamination at a Baltimore plant. And over the past several days, mass vaccination sites in North Carolina and Colorado temporarily shut down after multiple patients suffered immediate symptoms after receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, symptoms ranging from dizziness to nausea.
We have no reason to believe there's anything wrong with the vaccine itself.
The vaccination distribution setback comes as federal health officials warn of a possible fourth surge of the virus, a more contagious and potentially more deadly variant first identified in Britain is now the dominant strain in the U.S. In Michigan, new cases and hospitalizations have more than doubled in the last 2 weeks. The surge becoming the largest in the country. Several other states in the Midwest have also reported a significant increase in new cases and hospitalizations.
We've sacrificed so much. This has changed every aspect of our lives for over a year. We can't let up now, not when we're so close.
Despite the recent rise in new cases in some parts of the country, the director of the CDC says all schools should be back to in-person learning come September. In Atlanta, Jonathan Sari, Fox News.
Well, after being required to wear them for nearly 10 months, Alabama's mask mandate now over, but that's not to say you won't still need them. Port City's Pulse racing with activity. Loda Art Walk attracting a nice crowd just hours after the face mask mandate expired. Still, a lot of businesses will require people to continue to mask up. Most people we talk to understand, despite some experiencing some mask fatigue.
I personally feel that we have to be socially responsible for each other and ourselves. So although the mandate has expired, I'm still going to do my part and wear my mask, although I'm also fully vaccinated, but there are others that may not be.
I am someone who has a heart condition, so I am particularly susceptible. I have also unfortunately lost two very close people to the virus, one being in her mid-20s and another being my grandfather. So you could say I am particularly sensitive.
I mean, I'm still gonna have mine on, especially with a lot of people around like this. You know, my dad has cancer, he's old, so I just want to be super careful.
Meanwhile, even though it's no longer mandated, Governor Ivey and state health officials are strongly encouraging people to wear masks in public, part of the new updated Safer Apart order. And mark your calendars, more mass vaccination clinics will be held in the Washington County area this week. The Mobile County Health Department is hosting one tomorrow and Tuesday in Calvert. They will be giving the first dose of the Pfizer vaccine between 8 in the morning and 8 in the evening on both days. Now it is first come, first serve, so no appointments are needed. And with nearly a quarter of eligible Alabamians now fully vaccinated against COVID-19, more people are reporting side effects. Healthcare experts report side effects are more common after the second dose and more common for younger people. They're also more common for people who have already had COVID-19, particularly after the first shot. Now, nationally, almost 47,000 people have self-reported experiencing adverse reactions after getting vaccinated. Those include severe cases involving hospitalization. Reports from Alabama show 23 people have died after getting a shot, but that doesn't mean that's what caused their death. Dr. Scott Chavers, head of COVID-19 response for the Mobile County Health Department, cautions this isn't as alarming as it appears. He says since these are self-reported cases, that doesn't necessarily mean the vaccines have caused those side effects. Now, none of the deaths have been determined to have been the result of the vaccine.
As you vaccinate people at high risk, so those in the older age brackets and those that have these underlying conditions, it's not unexpected that you're going to have some death events in these populations.
Also, you may have heard that you shouldn't take painkillers to lessen side effects. Dr. Chaver says that was the case for some vaccines in the past, but not for the ones being used now, like Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson. Well, Pfizer older.